Nobody indeed. What is good? Welcome into Driving the Line. My name is Alan Bell. We got a fantastic show for you today. Big Brad, good to see you back, big dog. How we doing, man?
AB, good to be back. It's a good Friday. We got weekend football on the horizon. Lots of sports coming up. Excited to be here with you.
Hey, you know what? I'm excited to be here alongside you as well, my friend. Looking sharp, dude. Well done, man. So how did yesterday go? It's the first day you were in charge of the kid. Wife went back to work. How'd everything go, man?
Yeah, we had Wednesday and Thursday were my first 2 days as a solo dad at night. And you know what? They went really well, better than expected. Thank you to my wife for having things ready, squared away for me, and telling me exactly what to do. It's always easier when somebody tells you what to do, which is probably why a lot of people come and visit this show as well. Nice to get good information to lead you into a good path.
That was a 5-star segue right there. Well done, buddy. Nice job. But no, dude, glad everything went well, man. Because I don't have kids, but I can imagine that would be stressful. You know what I mean? Just stressful.
Beyond stressful. It's like you don't want to let somebody else down as well. So you're trying to be extra sharp. It's tough.
Yeah, you got to be on your ball game. You know what?
Game. Yep.
Yeah, we were like halfway on our game yesterday. All right, 2-2. All right, NBA Summer League, Grizzlies +7. Hey, we were talking about it. Somebody had to take this thing seriously for Memphis. Somebody in damn Shelby County has got to take care of something and be serious about it. And they finally were. They didn't win the game, but they covered and covered very nicely. So we'll take that. Celtics, Lakers, Warriors, Raptors, Nuggets, Clippers, under, ding. Yeah, look, just take unders in Summer League. From here on out. I don't know if anybody watched it last night. Brad, I don't know if you took in a ton of NBA Summer League last night, but let me just tell you, it kind of stinks. It is not an enjoyable product.
Yeah, it seems like it might be bad basketball.
It's strange basketball, let me tell you that. It's like, all right, think about when you were in like high school, all right, or sometime around there. And I'm not talking about school ball. I'm talking about like, and again, I don't know how it works, but I'm sure you had like a summer team or a travel team or, whatever. Right. And, you show up to a tournament and you look around and like, who like the best teams are. You're like, oh, I know about them. They're good. Then you look around, you're like, I haven't heard anything about them. And it doesn't look like they're taking a damn thing seriously at this tournament. Right. Yeah, that's kind of how NBA Summer League is. Like you walk in the gym and you see like 8 teams and you're like, oh, dude, whoa, that's, Cooper Flag, Duke, then you look around, you're like, oh, that's just 3 dudes playing grab ass. Like they don't care at all about this game. All right. Okay. All right. There we go. So, yeah, there's your NBA Summer League update. Oh, by the way. Okay. All right. I'll pull it up. And get it ready like when we're talking soccer, like when I'm off the screen. But yesterday we were talking Jeff. Okay. All right, let me find it here. All right, our man Jeff. So he was the inspector over big, beautiful Bill France Parkway. We were talking about this yesterday on the show. All right, and that is the exit off 840 where the super speedway is. All right. And I was actually on that road yesterday. I took a picture of it and I want to show you guys what I'm talking about. Like, number one, the great work that Jeff and his crew did because the road is, you'll see it. And then number two, why they call Tennessee Rocky Top, specifically Knoxville area, right? Like when you start getting up into the mountains. But I'm going to show you, for anybody who's never driven through Nashville, what driving down a road that you could tell is blasted out of Tennessee limestone, and there's just rock on both sides. All right. And look, give them credit because if you drive around Nashville, you could see that at one time, and I'm not saying there aren't now, but there were some creative people that work for the city because they've turned these things into little bridges and like little tunnels that you go under like train tracks around the city, like noticeably around the soccer stadium. There's a lot of those little roads and like little bridges, that they've used these massive walls of limestone. I'll show you what I'm talking about. But I drove on that road, and Jeff, I was thinking about you. I almost tweeted it, but it was super late last night. Maddie, I said, how can I bet on 3 dudes playing grab ass? Hey, I'll tell you this. Before every Nashville Predators game, they actually play soccer, like in the hallway beforehand, like with each other. It's kind of like, pepper and baseball, but but they just play soccer, and you're in a circle and you're kicking, the ball. You can't drop it. It can't hit the ground.
Juggling.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's fun to watch because like you could tell a lot of these dudes played. Now, I don't know what level, but you're talking about professional athletes that, like it'd be the same thing for you, Brett. Like if we just threw a stick and a puck at you, like on the ice, like just give it a second. He'll figure it out. Like just give him 10 minutes. Let him skate around. Let him get a feel on this. Like he'll get it. Don't worry. It's like watching them. Okay. All right. Grab ass. All right, let's get into it. Now, we've got through the 2 most difficult days of the sports world for being a sports fan. 2 days, 2 days ago and yesterday, because there wasn't anything. I mean, look at it. We've been betting WNBA and NBA summer. There wasn't MLS, nothing yesterday, right? But we're back. All right. One of us. Oh, yeah, we're back, man. We got baseball, we got soccer, we got all of it. Okay. So, Howie Schwab, crew play of the day. 2 games, 4 options. Yankees Braves over 8. We got some big brand name series right after the All-Star break, which is smart. All right. This is like the Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania. I think. Probably not. All right, Brad, that joke didn't go over well at all. All right, Yankees Braves over 8, Yankees Braves under 8, Red Sox Cubs over 8, Red Sox Cubs under 8. Polls in the chat, vote now. Updates we always do at the end of the show. My boy, look, Big Cortez. First live show since landing. My gig. Hey, let's eat, crew. Hey, Cortez, congrats, dog. We're proud of you, bro. It's good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Big John, back to normal, telling ISIS picks in Discord. Life is good. It is. It is. Okay. Big Rich said, love that Sox Cubs over. I do too. All right. Let's jump into it, Bradley. Let's get our picks. Start us off, buddy. What you got?
We're headed to a very familiar face. Smile. We're going to that 2nd division of Iceland. It is Grindavik Day taking on Selfoss. We're looking for that over 3.25 at -125. We have Grindavik over 2.5 now in 29 of 30 matches, which is just an incredible streak. We're going to continue to ride Grindavik. And also when they hit 2.5, they hit 3.5 in 83% of those matches. That is 19 of 23, hitting that over 3 or hitting that over 3.5, excuse me. They like to get off to an early start as well. Both teams do. They're taking on a Selfoss squad who scored in 84% of their last 45 regular. Both teams are scoring multiple goals. Selfoss has actually scored 2+ in 7 of 10 versus Grindavik, which is very, very important when you have them away from home. But also, Grindavik, they've conceded 2+ in 19 of 21 matches. So both teams scoring, both teams conceding. Grindavik pounding that over. Both teams hitting the over, really. Selfoss, 30 of the last 39, which is 77%. So both teams trending above 3 out of every 4 matches, hitting that over 2.5. And when Selfoss hits the over 2.5, they also hit the over 3.5 in 16 of 20, which is 80%. And in the matchup history. 8 of 10 have hit over 2.5. So we're looking for that over 3.5 since both teams are trending it. Grundovic has been hitting it like crazy for us. So we're going to go right back to it. Grundovic taking on Selfoss. We're looking for that over 3.25 Asian total at minus 130, 125.
Minus 125. Well done, buddy. All right. Now, 3 plays for me. Orioles, Rays, over 9. Yankees, Braves, over 8. And the Astros and Mariners, over 7.5. And we'll break down those games here in just a minute. But, yeah, going to roll with those 3. Now, Brad, I forgot about this. All right. We've got bad news. Okay, real quick. Our man Big Ed asks, where can I bet the soccer bet?
Yeah, so everything is dependent on your book specifically and your state's regulations. That's how it is with all soccer matches and all soccer leagues. They have the restrictions and they can pull and put on any match that they want to at any point that they want to. So it's kind of annoying and crazy. Books will sometimes have a match and sometimes not. It's very similar to like the Danish Super League, and where you'll have matches and then all of a sudden they'll disappear. But Iceland 1 is definitely on DraftKings and MGM should your state have those regulations. And sometimes they even depend book per book on those state regulations. Very annoying.
Sounds annoying indeed. It does. Now, I forgot about this. We got bad news. Got bad news, dude. Okay. Not super bad news, but check this out. Yep. Copyrighted content. The NFL got us. They got us for playing the NFL in the background. So, yep, there's that. Now, here's the thing. I spoke to somebody at YouTube yesterday. Okay. So we can run live shows and actually stream to our crew, but we can't monetize it, which is fine, right? Like, I actually am glad it happened because now, like, we're not in trouble or anything, but like now I know that we'll just run them as crew exclusive shows. They were like, yeah, as long as you just don't turn like ads on, you know? So there we go. We found out. As that one fades out, we'll figure the back part out. But there we go. All right. Now, I talked about that road, all right, that Jeff inspected. So you know what I'm talking about. Wayne said, bet MGM has the, how do you pronounce that again?
Grundovic.
It's great to stay up late. All right. So the road, the road that he inspected. Take a look. All right. So I took this in my car. Now, number one, this goes for like 5 miles. It's beautiful. Mm-hmm. Absolutely beautiful. And a great job. So number one, Jeff, well done, buddy. Number two, so for anybody who's never been to Tennessee, you see these walls on the left and the right? That is what Tennessee is made out of. That. So if you ever hear, like you hear the phrase Rocky Top, like talking about Knoxville, imagine a mountain of that. That's what it is. Tennessee limestone. I mean, it's just layers of it under the ground. So imagine when creating this road, which is 5 miles long, by the way, and look at it too. Dude, you got people race on this road. It's beautiful and it's perfect. And I mean, it is, you got long stretches. It's nice, man. So Jeff, I wanted to give you some love, dude. Well freaking done. And dude, that's cool, man. Like, I love seeing stuff that the crew accomplish. You know what I mean?
And, you know, AB, it makes a lot of sense. And everybody comes to Nashville and they see all those tall and skinnies. And you ask yourself, why are we all so tall and skinny? Why don't we go deep into the ground? Because we can't. We're built on rock. We don't have basements here in Nashville. It takes too much money to try and dig. And it's not feasible. You're going to break the ground. It's a bad situation. So that's why you'll always see tall and skinnies in Nashville.
Bingo. Nailed it right there. And like people from other states, when it's, tornado season every 37 minutes in this city, they're like, why don't you just go underground? Like, go to your basement. I'm like, my what? Wait, nobody has a basement. You can't. You'd have to take dynamite and explode. Shout out to people who put in pools, though. They're making a racket because they can charge whatever they want, man. I mean, look at that. What are you going to do? Dig that out?
Good luck.
Yeah. Like, what are you going to do? Look at Mel's. Good morning. Oh, sweet Mel's. Yeah, like, what do you, like, I mean, again, like, take a look. Again, Jeff, you did a great job. Literally creating that road. Like, think about the blast zone you had to go through with that. I mean, look, like, that's what Tennessee is. When you hear Rocky Top, it's just layers of limestone, dude. Now, if you like your countertops, Nashville and Knoxville is your place. Limestone, marble, you get all of it. But if you ever drive through Tennessee and you see all those country-ass areas and you just see, like, off in the distance, like the mountains, and you see those, like, just big earth movers, right? Cat trucks and stuff. Dude, they're just digging out limestone, man. Just digging it out, dude. So anyways, Jeff, had to give you some love, man. Well freaking done, buddy. Well freaking done. Leaving town soon. My little buddy has a state baseball this weekend. Go Aces. Let's go. He got to get him some ribs. Kid can swing. I've seen it, dude. Kid can go, man. Roger, that's how it is for my friend in OKC. Tornado room still above ground. Yep. Roger, exactly the same. Like, there's nowhere to go. You can't go underground. You can't build. Yeah. John said, go Aces. Good luck. Yeah. Mel's, yeah. Send the love for sure. All right. Let's jump into baseball here. Whoo. Okay, let's go. All right, home runs. You ready? Okay. Aaron Judge plus 240. Cal Raleigh plus 245. Rafael Devers plus 320. Saya Suzuki plus 400. O'Neal Cruz plus 400. Okay. So the world has gotten to see O'Neal Cruz.
Just about to say that.
Yeah. Yeah. You like that? The strongest exit velocity in the history of baseball. Not bad. All right. Where are you going, big dog?
I was going to say Shaquille O'Neal, Paul O'Neal. Give me O'Neal Cruz. That man came out, showed up. I feel like he announced his presence. And I think that if he comes out here and gives us a nice showing post All-Star break, he's going to get a lot of eyes on him. I think he's got a good personality as well, a nice draw potential. Give me O'Neal Cruz.
All right. I like it. I'm going to go Rafael Devers. I'm going plus 320. You know who? All right. Here's something to keep an eye on tonight. Yankees and Braves. How does Jazz Chisholm do? Because I believe that he had the worst All-Star weekend of anyone I've ever seen. He went to the home run derby and hit 3. Then the next day, he parlayed that into the All-Star game and went 0 for 3. My man literally did nothing. Kyle Schwarber won MVP and didn't even have an at-bat. He got walked once and then won the home run derby on swing-offs, or won the game on swing-offs. There you go. All right, so you're going O'Neal Cruz? Matty boy, good to see you, man. Good luck with training, bro. All right, I'm going to go Devers. I'm going to go plus 320. But That's something to pay attention to. Jazz Chisholm could go off today. Or he could go over 1,000. I don't know which one he does.
AB, I feel like we missed an opportunity to see Judge in the home run derby. I don't know why, but I would have loved to see him just tee off this year.
Yeah.
Would have been nice.
Yeah, it's like it's like LeBron in the dunk contest. You know? Like Judge is like, I don't have to do this.
Oh yeah.
No. You know? Like I completely agree with you. You know? Which he would absolutely mash.
His swing is so smooth. I mean, and he doesn't have to swing hard, just
well, he's so big too. And let me say this. We were talking about Melanie and her son and, their baseball tournament. He's tall. And he's got that Aaron Judge where let me use this. All right, so you get your shoulder and you get them arms up, right? So he's got a nice long like cut like Judge does. So when he gets his arms extended, right, like there, and you get it to about like that, it's so smooth. Like I agree with you, right? And I'm talking about not only his swing, but like Aaron Judge, like it's so smooth, and that's why somebody like Ellie De La Cruz in the home run derby would be fascinating because he's so big, but he's not like, he doesn't look like Brady Anderson in '97. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Like, I'm going to go from the home run derby to possibly Raw tomorrow night. Like, yeah. Dude, what was the story? Somebody was throwing, I think Shawn Michaels was putting juice in somebody in the in the 90s, right? And I can't, God, Kevin Nash told the story. And I can't, or no, who was it? Razor Ramon told the story, and he goes, Michaels was trying to hit the dude like with the shot of steroids, and it wouldn't go. It wouldn't literally go. And the guy turned around and goes, is there a problem? And Shawn Michaels hands him the needle, right? He hands him the needle and goes, dude, I think you're full. I know. Like, dude, hilarious. We got to do something about this 7-minute timer in the back. Like, who wants to see the Roku logo? You got a nice Driving the Line logo. No, do you guys remember? I got a little puppy. Oh, Shula knocked over the coffee. It's a great looking dog. It's a golden doodle, Melanie, I believe. Yeah. Sheila hasn't lived up to her greatness yet. I told her she has big shoes to fill. I mean, it's going to be massive shoes, Mel's. Who could fill yours? Maddie, I think Warlord was the guy. That's it. Yeah. Dude, I think you're full. All right. Let's get into baseball here. Okay. Weather. So here's what real quick. Here's what everyone needs to know about weather today. You've got a lot of humidity. You've got a lot of heat alert warnings around the country. It's hot. But you remember those commercials? It's hot. You're gonna need it.
Guy, yeah.
Yes. But you don't have wind helping you out much. Now, it's not hurting, but it's not helping. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. Red Sox and the Cubs. All right. Temperature 75, feels like 77. No rain. Wind 5.5 miles an hour blowing in. Angels and the Phillies. Temperature 83, feels like 85. No rain. All right. But 4.5 miles an hour blowing in. Royals and the Marlins. Now, this is great. Again, you've got a roof and that type of situation, so just be careful. But Temperature 86, feels like 93. No rain, obviously. Reds and the Mets, temperature 83, feels like 81. 6.5 miles an hour, blowing in. Yankees and the Braves, temperature 88, feels like 92. Precipitation 12%. 8 miles an hour, blowing right to laugh. Right to laugh. Right to left. Right to laugh. Orioles and the Rays, temperature 88, feels like 97. All right. Now, let me say, Brad, I actually put this bet in yesterday on the afternoon show, Orioles and the Rays. Bro, we're looking at like 84% humidity. Yeah. And the wind is actually blowing out. It's the best option that we have weather-wise. And it's a minor league park. Massive humidity today in this game. All right. Hitter versus pitcher historicals. All right. Home runs. Rafael Devers leading the show today. 3 home runs off Chris Bassett. Seabass. Max Kepler, he's got 2. Gleyber Torres, he has 2. Nathaniel Lowe has 2. George Springer has 2. Jake Bowers, he has 1. Schwarbs has 1. Jorge Soler has 1. Nico Horner has 1. Byron Buxton has 1. Kowser, Arenado, Big Tyrone Taylor, TJ Friedel, they have 1. Hits. Yeah, you're going to see Kyle Hendricks up there a lot. Devers hitting 471, man, off Chris Bassett. Owned him. George Springer looking good. Kyle Tucker looking good. Ryan O'Hearn looking good. Nick Castellanos looking good. Josh Bell. Jose Altuve. Not bad. Rosario down there. Chandler Simpson, 16 straight games with a hit. J.B. Crawford, 14 straight games with a hit. Churio, 11 straight games. All right, Rafaela, 10 straight games with a hit. Roman Anthony, 9 straight. Bichette, 9 straight. Adolis Garcia, 9 straight. Pasquantino, 7 straight. Fernando Tatis, 6 straight games with a hit. Brent Rooker, 6 straight games with a hit. Now, I don't know how much this goes into it. Coming off of an all-star break, you know what I mean? So it might be a big reset on this list. You know what I mean? So just be careful there. Also, same thing with the last 7 games. Again, the all-star break might just completely blow this thing up. But you can see Julio Rodriguez, 3 home runs his last 7. Kyle Stowers, Cody Bellinger, Randy Arozarena, Nick Kurtz. These guys just been hitting. Riley Green, Cal Raleigh. You can see it there. So, dude, Zach Neto has been absolutely nuclear, bro. Like, completely agree. And I think that is it. So, okay, again, like, Liddy, good morning, buddy. Yeah, like, be careful with using historicals today. I'm not talking about historical all time because that's all time. You're fine there. But, you know, if you found success off of betting, you know, hitting streaks game by game by game by game, right? Be careful today because who knows, Brad? You know what I mean? Like when you have a break in the, you know, in your normalness, even if it's just for a night or 2 nights, it's just, yeah. I mean, again, like I'll bring this up and then I'll pull the picks back up here and let's talk some soccer too. But like to give you an example of what I'm talking about, and this is across the board. So, Brad, I mean, you know when we run home runs, okay, and I'll pull this up. Normally, Aaron Judge is like plus 165. Cal Raleigh is usually plus 175. I mean, Aaron Judge plus 240. I couldn't tell you the last time I saw that. It wasn't this year. You know, like it's rare that Aaron Judge is even in the 2s. So, yeah, I mean, just what the books are telling you is that they don't know. And let me say that is a fair answer. And in life, it's an appreciated answer. I can respect anytime somebody, if I ask them a question, you ask somebody a question, you know, and they're like, man, I don't know. Here's why. I don't know. I am in on that as an answer. I hate when people say, oh, I don't know is not an answer. Yeah, in court. Otherwise, give me a hand here, dude.
You stop lying to me. Tell me the truth or tell me nothing at all. Honestly.
Yeah, I'm not putting you on the stand, bro. I'll put the whole system on trial. Oh my god. All right. All right. And that's been preaching at you by drive. Dude, I was cracking up yesterday. We were talking about Kent Brockman. I, for one, welcome our new insect overlords. All right. Let's get our picks up, man. Again, Brad, start us off. What do you got?
We're headed to that second division of Iceland. It's going to be the Iceland 1, Iceland First Division, or Iceland 1 DL on your book in a matchup between Grindavik taking on Selfoss. We're looking for that over 3.25 at minus 125. And I just checked. That is available right now on DK.
Bro, I like when we make a bet and you phrase it as we're looking for. I like that. We're looking for that over 3.25. I'm with it. All right. Our man Big Rich asked, Brad, how about Spain and Switzerland over 1.5 first half goals?
I'd say yes. It's women's soccer is what he's referring to, and it's I don't know, it's the semis, quarters. It's further down the line in this women's tournament, the Euros that they're playing in. You know, the women's game is a lot higher scoring. The defense just doesn't, I guess you'd say, get in the way of the ball as much, as well as the height. And it's just some of the athleticism of the women's game. It's really unfortunate for the women who are smaller size to have the same size goal, same size ball. They're playing a little bit of the men's game and it's not adapted to them as much. So what does happen in the women's game is there tends to be a lot more goals. And sometimes it's just at random times. You won't even see that goal coming, but it does happen because you can kind of chip the keeper or take a shot from far out. And as long as you hit it right, it can go in the net. There's just not as much penetration from the attacking forwards that you'd like to see to have a comfortability, but they do just score. I do kind of like the over for 1.5.
All right, there we go, man. Well done. I've got the Orioles and the Rays over 9, Yankees and the Bravos. We got to get back to calling them the Bravos over 8, minus 115, and then the Astros and the Mariners over 7.5. Okay. All right. Raymond James, any thoughts on the Red Sox and White Sox both winning today? I don't hate it. The Cubs. Let me see. The Cubs come into this not hitting well at all as a team. But did the break help them out? Long story short, I really don't mind the Red Sox going on the road, but I don't mind that bet, dude. I obviously with the White Sox, I mean, that is a parlay risk, right? But it's not bad. I don't mind it, man. All right, Brad, what do we have? Let me see here. We have Finland, YKK zippers. What do we got on the board?
The Yakos Liga. It's the Finnish Yakos
Yakuza.
second division of Finnish football. Well, right now we actually have a lot of these leagues that are returning top leagues that have been off for the summer. We've got Serbia, Poland, Denmark, and a lot of these leagues are leagues that are high scoring, leagues that we tail, but these leagues tend to get off to a bit of a slow start on occasion, and you can't really predict how that start is going to be per league. So sometimes we like to just kind of test the waters, see what's going on, watch, make predictions and see how those predictions come off before we start to dive into these leagues. And that's what you're going to see today, especially between Viborg and Copenhagen over in Denmark. You've got Jagielloniella Bialystok taking on Termalica Nitsa, who we actually tailed last season in the second division, coming up to take on a top squad. You're going to wonder, how is this newly promoted squad going to fare against this team? So like I said, with these small leagues or smaller leagues with the top flights, you can have a lot of turnover, especially in those leagues, because those are the fringe leagues. The best players are going to be nicked from those leagues, just like the MLS has been doing. So you'll see tons and tons of turnover. Teams will be really good and then not so good. So just be very careful on these leagues. But we're still dealing with some of these smaller leagues, which we want to highlight. And we want to talk about these second division leagues because you don't have the same type of defensive structure that you do in the top flights. And that is and will remain true with any team that is a B team or a second team, because that team can't be promoted. So it doesn't matter how they fare within the goal department, within the win-loss department. They just go out to have a good time. But so for in the second division, you'll see a lot of that. In today's matchup, we've got a great matchup. It looks like it should be high scoring, but the entire league right now is trending. You can just throw a dart and be successful in this second division, the Yakonet, or the Yakos Liga, excuse me. Both teams have scored right now in 81%. That's up there in Bolivia territory. Crazy, crazy hit rate. Over 2.5 and 77% as well. And then when the over 2.5 comes in, the over 3.5 comes in above 90%. But in addition to those two numbers, if you don't like those pre-match numbers, there's two other live angles that you can actually look at and exploit. After minute 70, 75% of the last 20 matches have had a goal. And in the first half, 20 of the last 22, and then 90% have had a goal. So if you want to start, you can drop into that. And if it drops, pop into those numbers. These are great leagues to look at live. When those numbers drop, you get really advantageous positions, especially when these leagues decide that they want to do a 10-minute run and score multiple goals, just like we've seen in the second division of Iceland with Grindavik. So that's why we're on that play as well. And we're going to start to get into these top flight leagues in the coming weeks, as well as the MLS. We have a really congested fixture schedule for the MLS players, some of them coming off this Club World Cup, those three teams. But in addition to that, we've had the US Open Cup. We've had run of game in the league. Weekend, midweek, weekend, and you also are about to start the League's Cup. So we've seen this past week, just slightly, these goals per match come down. And it's not even that over 2.5 where the both teams score, it's that over 3.5. So we're now trying to adjust our MLS bets for where we are right now in the season. It's hitting the over 2.5 at a higher rate than it was before earlier in the season, but it's hitting the 3.5 in a lower rate. So we're getting stuck on that 2.5 number, which might lead us into looking at different places between that over 3 versus maybe an over 2.5 type of parlay, even though I hate to say that. But the MLS, lots of moving fixtures. We're losing players. Charlotte's forward, Agyama Yang, is gone or going to be leaving over to Europe, as well as possibly players like Diego Luna, and they are massive for their teams. And the transfer window is open for another month and a half. Very frustrating until these European teams get settled in September. So be careful. Players are gone every match, just like last week when we played this Majalbi match that we won on. The center midfielder, their star striker left prior to the game. Literally right before the game. Very frustrating. So you can even get caught into those type of bets, making a morning bet And then in the afternoon, your players aren't even the same. So this is the toughest time of year to be a soccer.
Dude, I thought number one, well done. Because that was just, yeah, I mean, locked in. And number two, yeah, I think we lost him. That was well done. Look, Brad just cut a promo that broke his computer.
I'm back.
You bet.
Yeah,
Dude, I
my
was just
wife
saying.
left and could put me onto her Bluetooth in her car. So
I was just saying, you just cut a promo that broke the phone and computer. That was well done, man. Also, I thought you were going to say we need to drop it and then pop it like it's hot.
I might have to use that.
Yeah, it was good, man. All right, let me get the picks back up here and we'll get out of here. There's Brad right there. We're on the Orioles and the Rays over 9, Yankees and the Braves over 8, Astros and the Mariners over 7.5. All right, we'll get out of here, everybody. Best of luck. Let's cash these tickets. We will be live 3 p.m. Eastern normal time, but until then, bam, let's get it. It's so good to see you. Everybody have a wonderful day. Talk to you soon. Who's got it better than us? Nobody.